You know what? I've enjoyed the Sundays, and right now I'm recording on a Sunday, so I'd just like to and rewind, and we'll just work our way back to the beginning here. Skin and Bones is the track that we're going to be listening to today, of course, off their album Reading, Writing, Arithmetic, 1990. I've enjoyed the tracks that we've heard so far. I'd like to listen to a little bit more, and hopefully you do as well. So let's go ahead and listen to this track, Skin and Bones, of which in my younger days I was often described in such fashion. Matter of fact, I'm going to look really quick. Give me like two shakes of a lamb's tail, and I'm sure I could find some super old picture of how I used to look. I'll show you guys. I don't mind giving you a little, guys. You know, most of my life in my younger days, very skinny. Something happened, gained a lot of weight. Look at the early videos on here, and you know, if and then recently in the past few years, fixed that problem. We'll put it like that. Let me see. You know what? I'm trying to find a picture of myself real quick. I know. Let's see. That, you know what? That's a good one. How about that? Let me zoom in so there's no personal information on the screen here. That's good. There you go. There's young me. How old was I? No idea. And yes, that's my electric drum set. Not the one I have right now. I've gone through a lot of phases. Anyways, let's go and listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. It's an interesting chord. That's an interesting chord. That's dreaming. That chord is off key. Just sway with this. nice little bloom right there. I love that note. It's so clear. This is how I'm going to best describe this song. This is a dreamy piece of summery pop. That is to me the best way to describe this, because as we've heard before, it has this really gorgeously layered, dreamy atmosphere that you just want to lay back and sit in. This is just float in the pool. Allow the sound of the waves just lapping against the walls to kind of rock you back and forth. Feel the sun on your face and just relax and allow your daydreams to run wild through these beautiful golden fields that the band sets you off into. Wheeler's voice is so crystal clear, so precise, gorgeous, just a rich storyteller in this beautifully layered tapestry that the band is weaving. Govern's guitar, I really love the chords that he plays, but can we talk about that other chord? Can we talk about the final chord that he plays in his melodic line? Is it just me, or is it like off key? And I would assume purposely so, unless my ears deceive me. And like it works in its own odd way. It works in its own odd way, and like it brings this weird contrast flavor into the track. And it shouldn't work, but it does. I can't really give you a food example, but it's like if you're used to a traditional food in this way, and then you go to a fancy restaurant and they're like, no, that's fine, but we're going to add in this extra ingredient. And you're like, what? That ain't how I eat my steak. And then you taste it and you're like, hats off to the chef. And Harriet is absolutely chefing it up. I really, really enjoyed the beautiful loveliness of this track. This is one you just want to soak away in. And I've been wondering, all the way home, whether the world will see I'm a better man than others by far. And I've had it so good, yeah, but how loathsome. It's not quite my style. Work and vanity, wasted my time inside. Oh, you see me in a cardigan, in a dress that I've been sick on. How are you? Can't say I really care at the end of it all. It's funny. Can't really care. Actually, there's something I found. It's that I like how this is just very kind of stream of consciousness. It sounds like she's just speaking out her thoughts without really an overthinking of it. It's just from brain to mouth and out. There's something I found. It's just that we're just flesh and blood. Well, now, just one thing I've found, it's that we're just flesh and blood. And, and I've been wondering, all the way home, whether the world will see I'm a better man than others by far. How are you? I shan't say I really care at the end of it all. So, of course, a little change from the previous. Can't say I really care, and now I shan't say I really care at the end. There's something I found. We're just flesh and blood. So I think it's like she's having these deep thoughts and these deep questionings. And at the end of the day, she comes to the root of it all, and it's just like, we're all flesh and blood. And not necessarily in a fatalist or nihilist kind of outlook, but, there's perhaps limits in what we can do and what we can learn. Oh no, what did I do wrong? Individual doubts. Just one thing I've found. We're just flesh and blood, nothing much more. Just something we found. Skin and bones. Yeah. Because there's a lot of ponderings going on over here. But then, of course, coming to that conclusion, like I mentioned, that we're all human. We're just meat bags, and there's only so much we can do. Let me know what you guys thought of this track in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you as always for being here, whether it's on a Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Thank you for being here. Come back tomorrow.